Hello Internet, I'm the hero of Julios once again with another One Piece chapter summary. This week's chapter is chapter 1011, The Code of Sweet Beans. The chapter art this week is a nice new color spread of the entire Straw Hat crew enjoying some soft serve together with a giant Nami in the background, so that's interesting. But without further ado, let's go into the actual chapter itself. So, the chapter starts off with Kid and Killer looking down at Big Mom, commenting on how she managed to survive the fall. Prometheus caught her just in time, and how, tough she is in general. They also notice that there is some lightning coming from down there, and Kid's like, wait, hang on, I thought we locked up the thundercloud. Well, turns out I was right. The prediction that Prometheus, saying, hey, Mama, can you do me a favor? Yeah, that favor was to make a replacement Zeus, as Big Mom unleashes the power of Hera, which, from what little I know about Greek mythology, Hera is Zeus's wife. I also believe that she is Zeus's sister because I guess Greek mythology is weird like that. 90% of Greek mythological problems come from Zeus being Zeus. But uh, with this, she has regained her lightning power, with which she immediately uses to zap Kid and Killer to the third floor of Onigashima. More on that later. After seeing this display of power, Zeus is freed because Kid gets hit pretty hard. I'm going to say he lost his concentration on the magnetism, and now Zeus is let go. Well, Law, seeing this problem, he notices Zeus over there and he goes, ooh, something happened to Kid. Okay, I'm going to leave this fight to you, Straw Hat. Give it your all. And he takes himself, Zoro, and Zeus somewhere. Now, from what I see in later chapters, I'm assuming that he put Zeus in a different spot than him and Zoro. But as it stands right now, I think he just took Zoro to roughly the same spot he sent Kinemon and the others, just somewhere safe where he can tend to Zoro's wounds, maybe his wounds of his own, and the two of them can get ready to either assist Luffy again or to take on their own opponents. So, naturally, facing off against Big Mom, the two of them know that, okay, she's back to roughly full power. We have to make sure she doesn't get back to Kaido. As the two of them are rushing, however, they are stopped by Basil Hawkins. Hawkins is ready to, take them on, and Killer tells Kid to go on ahead. I'm going to handle this guy. And this brings us to our next matchup of Onigashima. Basically, I see this in favor of Killer because Hawkins doesn't have the same handicap he had against Law of, hey, if you kill me, you're going to kill your own crew. And it is literally sickles against straw. Sickles were literally designed for cutting wheat and hay and straw and things like that super easily. Now, according to Hawkins, Killer only has a 94 or 98% chance of dying here. Only a 94 to 98% chance. But as Killer said, fortune favors the bold, and screw you and your luck. I make my own. And so the two of them are going to go at it. I'm really interested in seeing this fight, only because we haven't really seen Killer's full potential. We know that Hawkins goes based solely on the cards, so who knows? Maybe halfway through Luffy and Kaido's fight, Hawkins, pulls out some cards, takes a look, and goes, whoa, Kaido's got an 8% chance of winning. Hang on, I surrender, I'm on your side now. And that could just be it. But that's pretty much where we leave off on those guys. Meanwhile, Page 1 has finally caught up to Usopp, Nami, and Tama as they're running away. And all three of them are panicking, especially Tama, who tells her little lion dog buddy that he needs to just go on a little further because the nice horse lady is running around and giving her dumplings to everyone, and as soon as she can get close enough to give them a command, then what happens to her doesn't matter. And she'll be able to turn the tide of the battle, but first she has to give a command. Nami and Usopp comfort her. Nami saying, "Hang on, don't worry. Me and your an old man Usopp are gonna help you." And Usopp's like, "Dude, I'm 19. That's not fair." But the two of them are trying to comfort her as best they can, and Usopp unleashes his fireworks, flowers, and exploding pine cones. And these are like, I'm gonna guess these are Usopp's high octane, high level attacks, because even Nami tells him, to be careful with these things, and Usopp tells her, "Look, I'm not designed for long range combat, or I'm not designed for close range combat, and this is gonna be tricky." But the explosions are enough to get Page One off their dog. It's not enough to defeat him, though, as he immediately gets back up and continues his charge. I would say that things couldn't get worse, but apparently these guys are on the 3rd floor, and guess who else is on the big floor? That's right, Big Mom herself is on the 3rd floor. She looks over, she sees Usopp and Nami, and she goes, "Oh, you're that cat burglar. And the long nose, oh, you're Straw Hat's crew. Well, I've got a bone to pick with you." And before Big Mom can do anything further, Tama goes, "Oh, Lynn, you're okay." And Big Mom immediately shifts from big scary pirate to mom. And she goes, "Oh my gosh, Tama, how are you? What are you? Oh, it's such a scary place. Why are you here?" And even Prometheus is like, "Oh no, she's going into mom mode." Big Mom, tells Tama, I'm glad I got to see you again, because I want to express my gratitude. You took care of me when I didn't have my memory, and Okabore Town was so nice to me. I can't wait to go back there and say hi to them. And that's when Tama tells her the bad news of, "Hey, about those people, that town got burnt to the ground because they were really nice to the samurai and helped them and fed them before the big battle, and so some of Kaido's men came by and burnt that town to the ground." So Big Mom, as Tama explains this to her, she rises back up and she says, "Oh, so Kaido's men burnt down that town full of all those people who were nice to me. They didn't even know who I was. And they were so nice to me. Tama, let me explain something to you." As she turns around and looks at Page One, she says, "Tama, even in the pirating world, there are standards." Boom! Just takes out Page One in a single punch, slamming him into the ground. Now, let me tell you, this punch took Queen to the ground, and Queen is way stronger than Page One. I'm gonna guess, unless dinosaur zone types are like ungodly durable, this may be the end of Page One. And this punch heard around the 3rd floor attracts the attention of Kid, who says, "Okay, all that destruction, Big Mom's got to be that way." Catches the attention of Zeus, who's like, "Oh, good, Mama's okay." Zeus ain't ready for this, because he's about to meet his replacement. But for now, Zeus is relieved because he knows Mama's okay. I'm going to guess either Big Mom is going to just and suck up Zeus and take him back, or, better possibility, Zeus ends up with Nami because Big Mom says, "We're done. I don't need you anymore. Come back. Let me get my part of soul back." And Zeus panics and goes inside Nami's weapon. But most importantly, the one who saw this punch, Ulti, who is just standing there, shocked. I mean, we can't see her mouth agape, but you can tell by the look on her face. And she's just like, "Pepe?" So, next chapter may be Nami, Usopp, Tama, and Big Mom versus Ulti and Kid. Don't exactly know how this matchup's gonna work, because Big Mom's on Tama's side, who's with Nami and Usopp, who are against Big Mom, who is against Ulti, who is against Usopp and Tama and Nami, and Kid just sort of is just like a wrench in this entire triangle. Basically, this is just a hodgepodge at this point. It's a free for all Super Smash Bros. 6-player Smash going on here, but that is where the chapter ends. It ends with page 1 on the ground and Ulti's in shock, and basically there's only like a couple things we can really take away from this. I forgot to mention this. Luffy and Kaido have a few great panels of combat again, and we see for the first time Luffy and Kaido striking each other without striking each other. It's similar to when Roger and Whitebeard, or when Whitebeard and Shanks, or Big Mom and Kaido, when two emperors take their Conqueror's Haki, they do not strike each other. Their Haki continues on and continues that strike. And through that fight, we see that Luffy's finally figured out how to use his Conqueror's Haki with his Armament Haki, and I still think this confirms that Old Man Hyo is a user of Conqueror's Haki. That's just my opinion, but I'm looking forward, as always, to that fight. There's also one more important information we learned. Usopp says it very casually as he's firing off at page 1, that millet dumplings do not work on anything but Smile users. So, while it happened off screen, we do know now that either Usopp tried it or Tama explained it, but whatever the reason, we now know that Zone-type users are not affected by dumplings, which means Tama cannot take over Kaido and rule over Onigashima with an iron fist and an army of Zone-type Devil Fruit users. This is sad, but this is also kind of a good thing, because that would have made her Devil Fruit a little too powerful. Jury is still out on whether or not her dumplings would affect Chopper, because the little Kibi-dango she makes allows her to control animals. Chopper was an animal first and a human second, so I say jury's still out on that, but maybe this is a question that someone will ask and Oda will answer someday. I can't really think of anything else. So, as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. This is the Hero of Julios, Xing out.